This meeting is being recorded.
And just so everybody knows, we do record these, and I put them on YouTube, and then we send that link out when we send the notes from the meeting. So,
Okay.
if you have people that weren't able to make it, you know of, that goes out to the same list pretty much, and so everybody can at least listen to the conversation. So, but anyway, welcome to our winter camp chat for March. It's wonderful to see all you, and I want to apologize, and I'll apologize to those who may see this later, that when I had to reschedule these meetings, and because they ran out, so I had to make new ones, and it gave me a different number than what we had used for a couple of years, really. And so there's a lot of folks who have that number programmed into their phone, and so this is kind of a curveball, and so anyway, so the next time I will try to go back in and modify that. I thought I had edited all the instances, but apparently I only edited the last one that we had in January. So anyway, we'll try. I'll
Don't
try to
change the number. We've got the new one now.
Well,
right, absolutely.
I'll have to train everybody to use the new one. So
it seems to be working.
It seems to be working.
No problem.
We have a good number of people here. So
yes.
But anyway. So yes, so this is a Zoom call, and there are ways to it can get a little out of hand sometimes if a bunch of people start talking. So we have some things to discuss today, and so hopefully we'll have a nice organized conversation. But so we usually use hand raising. If somebody wants to say something and there's a discussion going on,
new notification from
rather than just break in, we raise hands.
Okay.
And the command for that is *6 if you're on your phone.
*6 was mute. Isn't *6 mute and *9 is phone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I told you. So *9 is raise your hand. *6 is to mute yourself. If you're on the phone, if you're used to the Zoom commands at the bottom of the screen, you can use the little microphone. You can mute yourself or turn your video off. And then *9 then is to raise your hand, and *9 again is to lower your hand. Sometimes we lower people's hands just because they end up staying up, and so we want to make sure that we give everybody a chance. So,
what's your hand on the computer? Raise your hand on.
What else? What did I miss, Kathy?
Oh, if you want to raise your hand on the computer, that's also a button at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see a button at the bottom.
Let me get you a command. Hold on here.
I believe you press Alt-Y if you're on a computer. Maybe somebody tries it.
Oh, there's Samuel. Okay.
Does that work for you?
It worked. Alt-Y.
Perfect. Okay.
Alt-Y.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
I don't even see
it's
it.
all written down somewhere, but who checks their notes?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we can always send out a list of all the shortcuts and commands.
We should probably do that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send list of.
Hey, you want me to send you the link for on Camp Call?
And if you have side conversations, I will mute you.
Okay. So, what happened? I just lost my screen here. There we go. All righty. So Pastor Art is with us today, and we usually start off with a prayer.
From Art or David, flip a coin.
Or David. I did talk to Art earlier today, so maybe he's prepared to do that. David, we'll get you the next time.
Okay, sounds good.
That's okay. I do extemporaneous prayers anyway, so. So anyway, we thank you, Lord, for this time together. We thank you that we've gotten some of us have gotten the new number and been able to get into the Zoom call and the phone call here. We thank you for the winter camp. We thank you for the spring type weather we're having today that may not be here tomorrow. And remind us that you've given us each day to serve you and to be in your presence. We celebrate this day being in the presence of one another with some of those who are at the winter camp and sharing together memories and thoughts and just being together with one another. We ask your blessing upon our conversations today that we might honor you We pray that through this, in the form of lions, we might better serve your children everywhere. Amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
The one of the concerns. Anybody have any concerns? I have one that I want to share. I guess it's okay. But Shar Rendell, one of our campers, has recently been diagnosed with cancer. And so if you met Shar, if you know Shar, if you met her at camp, she lives in Jackson. And so she's going to need all of our prayers. I know you guys are good for that. So any other concerns anybody has to share?
No.
And just and some of you know Mike Gino, and I still haven't been able to follow up with him to see how he's doing. Mike Gino was a gentleman who had come to camp for years and years, decades.
Right.
He's one of those that had been coming to camp for decades, and he and his wife passed from cancer a few years ago, and he didn't come to camp for about 3 or 4 years, and because it was too painful, and but he's been coming back. Well, unfortunately, he did not make it to camp this year because he was also diagnosed with cancer and was having surgery the weekend of camp. So he's another one that if you know him or if you don't know him, please keep Mike Gino in your prayers. And I hope to have an update about his condition soon. So, like I say, we've got a lot of our newer campers online today. So,
Yay!
what was your? So I'm going to say as a little bit of an icebreaker, new or old, what was your favorite part of camp this year? And just one thing.
Camaraderie.
All right.
This is David. I would say I enjoyed snowmobiling because I've never gotten to do that when I've come to camp before. The conditions were good enough for it.
Okay.
This
Go ahead.
is Tanya. I enjoyed being in a quiet room.
Wow. What did you
And
do in the quiet room?
it was I had to walk those steps, but hey, that was all right. It was worth it to me. And whatever. When you can go to sleep, when you time to go to sleep, the light goes off. You know, not a lot of chat. You know, chat. You know,
Okay.
so that's what I enjoy. Thank you.
All right, Howard.
I would like a quiet room next summer, please, or next winter.
Roger, boss has left being alert.
But I really enjoyed people, meeting new people and some of my old friends too. It was a good time.
Yeah, this is Sam. That too. And
Hey, Sam.
hey, Howard, where did I finish? I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm just saying hi to you.
Cool, man. Yeah, good to see. Well, meeting new friends and new people and experiencing new things and challenging myself to that was really cool.
Yes.
Pearl has her hand up.
Okay, what's the quiet room?
That
She said for sleeping.
yeah, we had all the noise on our side of things.
That's all it is. That's
Oh, I
right.
thought that was a room. Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Well, if you guys do need a quiet place to sit when you're at camp, the rooms at the back, so there's the bingo hall, and behind that is a room that has a door that you can close, and that's pretty quiet, and you can actually look out at the lake from in that room. So if you ever need a quiet corner, it was the craft room.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about, Kathy.
Yeah.
It's called that.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Did you guys end up having a campfire?
Yeah, it's the hair.
Yeah, they
Did
did.
anybody make s'mores?
Yes, they did.
Oh, dear. I didn't
Excellent.
attend that.
I didn't make any sports, but
Wait for anything. I should be unmuted.
I
Were
heard
they
there
good?
was a campfire.
Was it a nice warm campfire? Or was it
I'm
just
not
for
sure.
show?
That's
Campfire
why.
was snowing. It was snowing when the campfire was going on.
Haley,
Okay.
my favorite part was having the youth come and help us. And because I learned a lot from them, but I also got to inspire them with keeping up with their service work and things like that. So I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I would love to see that again.
Yeah, I second
Yeah.
that.
They come out every year. Hey, Art, were you there?
Yes, I was there. I got the chance to go out to the bird cabin for the only time the first time this year, and I enjoyed that experience out there.
That was your first time ever in all your years at camp?
First time out the bird cabin, yes.
Oh, really?
Wow. Okay. Was everybody talking so you couldn't hear anything?
It was a mix. Sometimes a lot of talking, and sometimes you could hear the birds. We had a couple of volunteers to sit outside and hold their hands out with bird feed, but we never got any takers on the bird seed out there.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's usually better if the bird seed's on a platform, because when there's people there, they tend to shy
They
away.
won't do it.
Well, they have a mannequin there year round. And what you do is you go out and replace the mannequin with a live person with a similar costume. And you sit there frozen, basically. And they froze, holding your hands out with bird seed in it.
Really?
We had no takers that I saw. Either the two people who went out and did that.
Did you get any pictures of these people?
I got a few, yes.
Yeah, we should get some of those pictures up on the.
Most of the pictures up yet. I'm still delaying on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get some to Mr. Yoder and get some up on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I was going to ask you, Art, the youth helpers, was it the older ones or was it the youth again?
It was the older.
Okay.
I can't say their names right now. Graduate students.
Right. Yep. Okay.
I think they
So
did
for
have
those of you who aren't
cadets.
familiar, the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy is for students who just didn't quite fit in to mainline school. Maybe they were kicked out for bad behavior and now they want to try again to get, their diploma, and get some life skills. And so with the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, it's pretty strict but they're learning and they're rebuilding self-esteem, they're building confidence, and it's great when they come out. And then after they get their diploma, there is another program that they can join, whose name we can't remember, and Roger will probably fill us in a minute.
Roger Foss joined the meeting alert.
Roger's in twice. That's good. He must be trying to get somebody in. I'll mute him while he fiddles. So the older ones are ones who have their high school diploma and they're going to like community college and continuing with the program. So it gets them some more community service and, it's just like an extension of the youth program. So it's really good, I think.
They're referred to as associates. I don't remember what the term is.
Roger Foss has left the meeting alert.
The associates did a great job.
Associate, yeah.
Associates, there we go.
That's associate. That's the name of. Seemed like they didn't have as many as they had been before. If I'm right or wrong, seemed like the previous years to me, it seemed like it was more. I may be wrong, but it seemed like it was a little bit more of them.
So this is Roger. I'm back. Sorry, I lost my internet connection and got kicked off. So I've been trying to get back on and
Oh, Roger.
so anyway, so the question on just was being asked was about how many.
Right.
And
Yes,
I think
Roger.
last year they had two additional associates than they did this year. They had 8.
Maybe that might have been because of you may have more people that had, I know you had a full house, so that's why it seemed like it wasn't as many. Okay.
Well, that's partially true. We didn't have as many campers last year, and we had more associates, so the ratio was a little skewed this year.
Okay. Thank you.
And what's the full name of the program for the associates?
It's called the Michigan Job Challenge Academy.
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
That's a beautiful challenge. That's a beautiful program.
Explained. These are kids that have graduated from the cadet program, and they've chosen to stay kind of in that environment in that disciplined environment while they go to Kellogg Community College or trade school. So they're pursuing like a secondary education degree.
Okay.
So usually they're the more motivated kids
Yes.
that will stick around for that. We had the cadets for years,
Right.
but they start their class like almost a week to 2 weeks before we actually have camp. And what their experience these days is that they don't have enough time to really evaluate them to make sure that they would be good, good at camp,
Oh, okay.
they want to make sure that they usually pick the best kids that they can find
Okay.
to come out to camp so that they don't have issues. And they usually still have some issues, but it's usually it's not
they got
like
big hearts though.
Yes, they do. They beautiful people. They beautiful young, cadets. I have never had any problems.
Yeah. We didn't use the snake room as much this year, and some of the associates spent quite a bit of time in the snake room.
Well, that was a point of discussion in our wrap-up meeting because the cadres really don't want them to have a place to go hide. Because they want them to be busy out doing things with the campers,
Yes, like they've been doing.
So that was kind of and then other people think that they should have a place that they could go and sit down and relax a little bit. So
yes,
but it's kind of a balance.
This is David. One of the associates, his name was Jacob, had never worked with a blind person before, so I was just trying to educate him as I could. He was asking some different questions, but he really enjoyed helping me out.
That's beautiful.
Haley, I'd be more than willing, since I've been with the NFB for so long, and I've been blind all of my life, I'd be more than willing to maybe come up early and work with the associates and staff and things newer to work with blindness and teach them skills. So just keep that as a reminder for next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be happy about that.
Yeah, Sam, I could get Sam to do it with me too, and Rachel and Steven and everybody,
Oh, yeah.
that have been lifers. So that would really help break the barrier too of nervousness for them. And, even just if anybody sighted that comes and just wants to volunteer, well, have you ever been around blindness? No, because our communication is different than a sighted communication.
Yes, it
so
is.
Just don't go grab my cane or grab my arm. No, walk up to me and say, "Hey, this is Haley. What's your name?" "Well, my name's Steve. How are you doing today?" How can I help you to help me? Is really what the barrier is.
This is so. If I can say, I think that being together and some natural interaction beforehand, so we're not so thrown into the moment, is fantastic for us.
Yes,
so we get to be in our natural environment. Say some people might not, but it
well, and the really nice thing is because we got there so early, and so did Sam, is all the trained people, they just did an awesome job because they wanted to learn how to help the bigger groups and things like that. So that was really nice.
Yeah, and I had to have freedom up a little bit, so I put on from DMC and said, "Hey, don't worry about it; it's all right."
So one of the things, just this year was a little different. Actually, we had a meeting in mid-January. We call it a zone meeting for the Lions. And so we've been doing over the last year or so during these group. It's a wider group than just a club meeting. But we've been doing some human guide training in those.
Oh, okay.
And so we had one in January. And invited the associates to come because they've like you say, David, they've usually never worked with a blind person before.
Yeah.
And so we have a Teresa Guest who does the cane repair.
Yes.
She does that training for us. And she also works with the associates when they come out to camp. And so actually they got a double dose of it this year because it's in January and then when they get there early as well at the camp, and then usually go through a a training class, kind of an abbreviated training class on how to at least guide people around. And
that's great.
Some of the etiquette, as Haley said, don't grab my arm, don't grab my cane,
Right.
and how can I help you? Some of the opening, remarks.
Henrietta has left the
Oh,
room.
yes.
Taught. So
Now I'm muted.
so that was good this year, and I think it probably helped. But yeah, most of these kids have never interacted with a blind person, so
And I think
Oh.
something also we
I
can
wasn't aware.
benefit from next year as a benefit is table etiquette. Maybe we could do a little class on that too, how to pass, the dishes around the table, find things for yourself instead of everybody doing it for you. So I think that might be kind of fun because I work with kids all the time on how to do that, and I know how to make it fun. So that's something maybe we all could pull together and get some ideas down and do that also. That's kind of like a little workshop.
that's an interesting one.
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
because that's a big
definitely.
thing is we want to be able to, us blind people want to be as independent as we can. We don't want to go and just use a human all the time.
Right.
We want to be able to learn from our peers. And I think it might be fun is maybe this year we could blindfold all the sighted people and stick them at the table and we wait on you guys
Right.
to see what we go through. Just something minor like that. Like, just something fun.
We
Yeah,
could do that
Nice.
maybe as an afternoon session.
Yeah,
as,
that's what I'm
as one of
saying.
the activities.
Activities, right. I don't think at that dinner time. Yes, I can agree with you on that, Ken.
I went to one before. I was working with a service project, and for dinner we'd had regular meals, things you could identify, and then the night they put the blindfolds on us, and other people had the glasses to simulate the different the different other eye diseases, and it was pork chop night. It's like, come on, what happened to the hamburgers?
Yeah.
Gotta switch up.
But I definitely would love to run a workshop and get other people to help me do that. That would be a lot of fun for an afternoon. We all come up with ideas. Maybe we can have our own meeting one day where like Roger and all you guys can't be on that meeting. So it's a surprise for you guys. And we all kind of bring something from home that we want you guys to try. For example, like a brownie and frosting and jelly, like how to spread your own peanut butter on a piece of toast. It's more complicated than you think. Just things like that, and how to pour your own water or lemonade or what have you.
How to cut up your steak without pushing all the rest of the food on the floor.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Bring your food on the plate.
I'd appreciate something like that, like fostering this community of each one teach one. Like we all have something to offer, and we're all at different skill levels and stuff. Because someone who runs and says, "Hey, do you want something? Let me go get it." And then on my way, I end up spilling something. Then that person's like, "Hey, it's okay. Here, blah blah blah." You know what I mean?
But that definitely would be fun as a barrier breaker, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger,
I'm writing
you
all
haven't
these things
acknowledged
down.
my raised hand.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You can acknowledge yourself. You can acknowledge yourself.
You're right. That's right.
Yes,
Well,
I
I'm
think
trying to follow the protocol.
that's okay. It might be me. My name is
So-
Nino D'Agostino. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Hi, Nino.
Hi. How you
Nino.
can hear me? Good. I got.
Wait, I still have a question for Roger. Wait, my hand's been up for 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Hang on a
Roger.
minute, Nino. Go ahead, Kathy.
Are you gonna call on me?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
How
man.
many of the invited associates actually made it to the January training?
All of them.
Woo! Okay, good.
Yeah, they had
That's
all
all
of
I
them
want
there.
to know.
I gave them enough, and I gave them enough advance warning that they were able to, make that arrangement. So it was in the evening, it was in the late afternoon. So it was actually on a Sunday when they have nothing going on. So so that worked out. So
All right. Okay, Nino, your turn.
Oh, I just wanted to say hello to everybody and
Hello.
hi. I've got a new computer and I was having trouble getting Zoom going, but I finally got it going. That's why I'm late.
We're
I
just
understand.
sharing around the room yet today.
Yeah, have we actually introduced everybody that's on the call?
Nope.
Oh,
Not since
no,
we
you
started.
got
Okay.
Marion Ward and Dearborn Heights. You forgot to announce me.
Yep, Marion Ward's here. So we got Marion Ward, we got Sue Perry from
Township.
up north there somewhere.
Township.
Sounds like Perry
Macomb?
Township.
Sue Perry from Macomb Township.
Macomb, right. Macomb Township. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got Kevin Sandgren from Grand Rapids, Linda Brown from, I think you're around Westville or someplace like that, right?
He just makes them up as he goes along.
I love that he says somewhere around there.
Nino is,
Roger.
I think Nino, you're from southern
Joe.
southern states, right? St. Joe or someplace?
Yes, St. Joe. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we got
Yep.
Sheila from Flint, Sam from Westville.
Westland.
Westland, that's right. Westland. Pearl is from Detroit. Tanya's from up north of Detroit. Jim's from Grand
Pearl
Rapids.
is from Warren, not Detroit. Warren.
Okay.
It's north of Detroit.
At least I
By
haven't tried
an
to
hour and a
pronounce.
half.
Right, you got Pearl right. Yes.
At least I haven't mispronounced your name or butchered
Right.
your name
Really?
again.
Right.
And then Tanya from what's your town, Tanya?
Yeah, you said it right, Detroit.
Okay, all right. And we got Jim from I already said that. Jim from Jackson, Nick and Haley from Flint or Bay City, sorry. And Phyllis, what's your town?
Detroit.
Detroit, okay. And then Howard from Belleville, David from Orion, what is it?
Lake Orion.
Lake Orion. There you go.
Lake Orion.
That's right.
Okay.
Kathy from Milan, I know that now. I'm from Battle Creek, and Art is from Jackson.
Jackson, okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Okay,
good spread.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
it
you got a
is.
pretty good memory going there.
We got the
Not
state
just
covered.
names, but places too.
Yes.
I'm trying. So, well, I apologize for losing contact with you guys for a while there. And you've already sort of started talking about some of the things that I was hoping to talk about. And if I know that Kathy didn't have this in the text, but in the email I sent out, I had some areas that came up during our wrap up, and and so I thought we could just talk about those things. I do have a kind of a hard stop at 2:30 because we have some plans for this afternoon. So just to let you know. Okay, so first thing was we were discussing evening activities. And Haley had talked to me a little bit about this even at camp, I think, or maybe the day after. But we always have the entertainment. Friday night starts around 7, and then Saturday night as well. And then kind of like at 9 o'clock, it sort of winds down, and we have some snacks, and people can do kind of whatever they want to do. But one of our new volunteers, and this is Ronnie Grobel, and so she used to work at Leader Dog. She was like a dorm monitor at Leader Dog. She worked in the residence hall.
Oh yeah, I know who she is.
And anyway, so she was suggesting that we might think about doing some trivia or some karaoke. And I know that the Ski for Light folks do a karaoke thing in the evening. And for those who aren't quite ready to go to bed and want to have some more activity, those were a couple of things that came up. Or games, card games or other types of games that we might play. What are your thoughts or suggestions around that?
That sounds nice to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know there's a big like trivia is a big activity for the National Federation of the Blind convention.
I think trivia would be a good idea. I don't know about karaoke. Sometimes later at night, I just start getting a little tired.
One thing we did this year, Roger, this is Haley. I had brought Bop It, so I had that was a lot of fun because that is all non-visual. What
Mhm.
Bop It is a handheld game, and all you do is bop it, twist it, pull it. And so we started that and had a lot of people enjoying that. And so that's something that Sheila and I have done, and it's so much fun. So,
Yeah,
and everybody could always bring a game of their own, a Braille game, and we could get like Uno Wars going, Euchre, or Monopoly or what have you. Because we can make a couple of rooms, different rooms, utilize some of the other rooms, like the snake room and the quiet room, for different games. So everybody can hear instead of everybody just sitting in the bingo hall.
Right. I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
And trivia, that's that's kind of a universal game for sure. If anybody's, and I know that Ronnie said that she'd done that with the folks over at Leader Dog. So I know she's interested in helping with any of that kind of stuff.
Where are you getting the trivia questions from?
That's what somebody needs to decide.
That's what I was wondering.
Let's see. We have a new person who just joined, and we need to get their name. And Pearl has her hand up. Who just joined us? Oh, we got two newers.
Meeting alert.
Who's 313-833-8457?
That's me. It dropped off.
Oh,
but I
Henrietta.
came back here.
Henrietta, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I gotta put her in my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody else. And Pearl's got her hand up.
Pearl has her hand up.
What?
We can welcome the iPhone first if they unmute themselves.
Oh, that's right.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, who's that? That looks familiar.
Oh.
Who just joined with the iPhone? Who just turned on their video?
She probably muted herself back.
I see sunglasses. That's all I see. All right, well, let's skip to Pearl. We'll come back to sunglasses.
Okay, we were talking about games. And instead of a trivia, can maybe we do put together teams and do like a Family Feud?
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd definitely be great. I like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That sounds fun.
Rachel Pavoni just joined.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Rachel. Welcome to the Winter Camp Chat.
You the one got the sunglasses?
Yes. And Rachel lives, I don't know where Rachel lives now.
2 different spots.
Maybe Rachel could let us know.
Okay, can you hear me?
All right.
Rachel P has
Yes.
got a meeting alert.
They might have been having connection issues. You never know. Okay, keep going, Pearl.
Look, as I sit here and think, because Roger, I was going to ask you for a favor on this when we're done, but can we put together a game, maybe like a word find, where we can learn Braille? So someone that's sighted or someone can put together a word that's in Braille and we guess it?
Oh.
That's fine.
A little Braille challenge.
Yeah. As a way to help us to get better with our Braille or to even learn Braille.
Everybody's
I see us having like a full circus with sideshow games here.
Yeah.
You stop at this table, you stop at that table.
Right.
It could be like a fair, like a fair, you set up
whatever table you want
some different things, and maybe you rotate, maybe you rotate around somehow.
Right.
And do some different things. Those are great ideas.
Haley, I think that would be kind of cool if we did a fair theme next year. I actually, for our wedding present, Nick and I had got a popcorn popper, and we would be willing to do that. I would love to pop popcorn, and everybody can stop around. Maybe somebody that has like an icy machine or cotton candy, chocolate fountain, just kind of stuff like that. That would be a lot of fun.
I'm not sure chocolate fountain's very sanitary.
I don't either. Ice cream. I don't think that's very sanitary. I'm like you on that one, yeah.
But the popcorn sounds good.
Yeah.
I've worked next to a cotton candy machine for a while at Lions Fair. And that can be messy and hard to clean up.
Yeah.
Well, you get one that's already dirty, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Like I say, those are several great ideas. I'm interested in the word "find" to learn Braille.
Yes.
Just because I obviously Braille is not something I know, and I think I know we always ask the question on our application: Do you read Braille? And
Yeah.
and there's probably about half of you that do, and half of you that don't.
Right.
Maybe more so that do. I don't know for sure, but anyway, it's certainly, and especially for those who may be losing their sight, it would be really useful to be able to learn. And I don't, it's like a foreign language. I have no idea because I'm terrible at foreign languages and even learning.
This one's more mathematical. It's pattern matching.
Yeah.
Don't think of it as foreign language. Just think of it as,
Well, they have a device. There's a device that a lady that I met a couple of years ago sells. It's and I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a Braille cube, and it's like a game, but it helps you to learn Braille.
Yeah,
And
that's what it's called. It is called a cube, and it has 6 pegs in it.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, Roger, I learned quite a bit of Braille from sighted people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you really?
A lot of the orientation of mobility folks that work in the schools know Braille, and that's part of their training is to know Braille because I have them. I contract with them to write up things in Braille. So, like a thing about winter camp, I gave them a sheet of paper. And I said, "Okay, can you put this in Braille for me?" So when I went to the NFB conference, I had those, and so I could give those to folks. And
that's great.
It's way better than giving them a flyer if they can't read it. So anyway, it's very useful, and I wish I don't know that I'll ever learn it, but it would be certainly a useful skill if you're sight impaired. So,
all right, if you're impaired, in my case, I see light and shadows. I learned Braille rather early. Philosophy in our federation is the sooner the child learns, or low vision or blind child learns Braille, he or she becomes more independent. And that's part of the training when it comes to working on the computer.
Okay. And on the on a computer, let's see, are there Braille? Obviously, there are Braille keyboards. I'm looking at my keyboard, and there's no dots or anything on my keyboard.
There are.
So do most of you with computers have a Braille markings on your
No.
No. They don't come down.
There are some markings for the so you know where the home position is, like
just your standard keyboard should have the dots, the 2 dots on certain keys, like on the delete key, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's all it's gonna be right.
Yeah, and just like on your standard telephone too.
Yeah,
it will have it on there.
Well, my ThinkPad is not accessible.
Yeah, the G and the E is
my
remarked.
laptop has the home indicators on J and F.
Right. That's what they normally do. Right.
Yeah, because that's where your fingers, first fingers sit.
Yeah, I've got that little thing.
Right.
There's a company called Computers for the Blind out of Richardson, Texas. That's where I'll be getting my first computer this Friday.
Ah, good.
Oh,
I've got a computer that I'm trying to donate to them, and I gotta find out. I gotta make sure it's got the right stuff, but it's pretty close, I think. So I think I'm going to be able to let them have it. It's a laptop.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. They better to have to carry around.
Yeah, well,
laptop.
This is similar to a desktop, but it's easy to learn the different keys on the laptop.
Well, because some laptops have full screen, full-size keyboards, and some laptops have just the standard keyboard without the numeric keypads.
Numeric, right.
Keypad, like on a telephone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My keypad on my current keyboard here on my new laptop, well, a couple years ago, it drives me nuts that the delete key's in the wrong spot. You got your standard keys in the middle, and next to backspace, to the right of backspace, is home, and above that is delete.
You got the six pack.
So
You got the 6-pack.
no. It's just the laptop. You know, so it's condensed. So the keys that would normally be up at the top row, there isn't that extra row for or you know, like the 6-pack there for the page up, page down,
Right,
home,
that's
and
what I'm
end.
talking about. Yes.
But delete is like just out of range.
Very confusing.
That's all right. Reach your hand over.
I'm new to the use of the laptop. Once I get the hang of it, the chance to type on it and do Bible study, for example, by Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You said what?
Well, you don't have to buy Zoom. Zoom is free.
BY Zoom, by Zoom.
They do Bible studies with Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Using Zoom, like us.
Right.
Like us right now. So, well, let's. Those are some great ideas. I think we need to explore that some more. And if you maybe on our next chat, which will be in April,
okay,
you know, we can explore a little bit
some more.
That should be April 19, Easter weekend.
Easter weekend.
Roger's going to be traveling to all the kids, grandkids. Are we doing it on the 12th or the 26th, Roger?
Right.
Which is it?
Well, what's your preference? You know, I'm probably available either one of those days.
The 12th would be okay.
Let's see here.
Hey Roger, this is Rachel. I just wanted to introduce myself to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
We saw you a minute ago, but you disappeared on us. So
yeah, my internet's a little wonky. So
mine too.
But I was gonna say, if anybody needs help with Braille or technology, I actually own a company that will teach you those for reasonable prices.
Oh. Okay.
So I can always give my information out if anybody wants it. So
thank you.
Are you able to put that in the chat, the Zoom chat?
Yeah, I can put that in the chat.
Yeah,
okay, then we can include it in the meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat right now.
So Rachel, where are you from?
I'm from Milford, Michigan, and my company that I own, I do all online. So I'm a certified vision rehabilitation therapist.
Oh, are you?
And so instead of working with like the state agency or something like that, I decided to try out on my own. So
that makes sense. As they say, don't spread the wealth, okay? Keep the wealth.
Yeah. We are pleased to have you with us today, Rachel.
Yes.
Thank you for joining in.
Yeah.
I've got a question. I was going to ask it of somebody earlier who was talking about Braille, but I'll just put it out there to everybody. Is how many who have learned Braille growing up have now switched over to just letting your phone talk to you instead of, you know, or, you know, using audio books or whatever instead of Braille books or.
Yeah.
I use.
I'm going to have to mute you.
Yeah.
I use audiobooks, but I use like if I go to an event like at the NFB State Convention or something like that, I always get those materials in Braille because it's easier to fan through like all the events that way than having to listen to everything. So I kind of use a combination of both.
Okay. That's good.
And this is Pearl. I've just actually started learning Braille because I just started losing my eyesight maybe about 2.5 years ago. But I'm still learning Braille, and I think I've come a pretty long ways, even though I know it takes some time for you to become an expert at it. So I'm nowhere near an expert. But I actually love it. But as far as my entertainment, I do listen to the audiobooks and that sort of thing. So my question initially, even in bringing up the thing of Braille, was I would love to have a partner because I kind of need somebody to help me to keep myself accountable as I'm learning. So that's what I was going to ask Roger, if he could just send an email out to anyone that wants to have a partner, someone to do the lessons with. Because I have all of my books and everything.
Oh,
Where'd you say you were located?
I am in Warren, Michigan.
Oh,
Okay. I wonder if the Greater Detroit for the blind goes that far.
Yeah, they probably would, and I guess I wasn't looking for a particular agent, just the person.
Well, I was just thinking that because some of these agencies hold, group activities, which would be a nice place to maybe meet somebody, a resource,
Well, yeah, I agree with that, but
I know what Pearl is saying, but no, Greater Detroit, because I goes there and they're not really into, that it just be like lessons or whatever that she can, train, but they don't really birth, unless you saying that, unless Pearl is saying like a person that she would go there and just say, okay, then you read,
because I'm not looking for anyone to train me, so to speak.
No.
Oh, right.
So I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for someone
that's what I'm saying.
To do
anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know what you're saying. I know
a Braille buddy.
Yeah.
Braille buddy, yeah.
Braille bro.
Come on.
This is
Well, buddy,
David.
sorry. I'm an
Rachel.
Rachel, this is Sue. I'm an expert at Braille, so I'll be another one, peer specialist for you. Peer specialist is somebody who's experienced going through the ropes of what it's like to be blind. I work with a lady her name is Sheila
Bradford.
Whatever her last name is.
I think it's Bradford.
Or
Blackford, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she is partially blind. She had a husband who lost his sight due to glaucoma. Well, anyway, she and I got paired up together with the Hadley Institute. Are you familiar with the Hadley Institute for the Blind, Visually Impaired?
Mm-hmm.
I got paired with her, so I'll be your peer specialist, and I'll give you my number, and we can exchange numbers. Are you ready to write it down?
Okay, that would be nice. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can probably talk to them.
586.
Oh, you want me to remember this?
She said, "Are you ready to write
Wait
it
a minute,
down?"
you're supposed to have your cassette. You're supposed to have your recording.
Record it.
Oh, okay.
I can text it to you if that's better.
Oh, that'll be Rose better. Thank you.
This is David.
Who's from? 1.
I've got your number, Sue. I'll text it to Pearl.
No, she said she's gonna text it to her.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, and you can send her mine as well, please.
Okay.
Thank you both.
All right, David was starting to say something.
Yeah, in terms of Jackie's question, I use Braille a little bit, but when it comes to entertainment and that, I mainly listen to stuff and like audiobooks and talk shows and different events. I just mainly listen to stuff while I'm out places, but probably something I should start using a little more.
Yeah. Oh, here's one for you guys. So, oh shoot, I forgot her name. Out of Muskegon.
Oh,
Rosemary.
Rosemary has been talking about her work with the college grant programs that do national park like sign narrations and things like that.
Oh, really?
And last night, my roommate turned on a TV show, and he goes, "Why are they narrating every time the actors aren't speaking?" And I said, "What?" And he says, "Watch." So the characters said something to each other, and then somebody walked across the room, and the narration said, "So-and-so walks across the room towards the door."
Oh, descriptive.
And it's what we've talked about before about the narrated signs and the narrated movies so that blind people know what's happening during those quiet moments. But we don't know how it got turned on the TV.
Really?
I don't know how it got turned on the TV. And when he was trying to turn it off, he couldn't find a button to turn it off. And I said, well, give me the remote. I'll see. And I pressed a couple things that didn't seem to work. But then all of a sudden, the icon showed up. And I was able to turn it off. But I don't know whether it was that particular station or just that particular show. He's like, why are they talking?
Haley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great idea we could do is maybe a movie a night with audio descriptive movie also. Like we could have a poll of 3 movies and everybody vote when they register. And we could put that maybe in the, do that also and teach everybody if they don't know how to do the audio descriptive on like Disney Plus and Hulu and all Netflix and all them things, that we could also do that too.
Yeah, that would be good for sure.
Kathy.
Yeah.
So that was audio description, what you were describing. And
Right.
most devices will have an option to turn audio description on. A lot of the newer LED TVs definitely have that built in.
Do they?
Yeah, we'd never seen it until last night. So who knows what he bumped. But
Just went into he bumped the accessibility button in the TV remote.
Yeah, there's an accessibility button on the TV, which
really? I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was only different show,
Nope. I must have an old
Netflix.
TV.
Yeah, I do got an old TV. Okay.
So Roger,
okay.
if we were gonna do a movie, would you be able to get with maybe Mr. Allen, Mr. Barry Allen, because he has a projector, right?
We have projectors. I mean, we have projectors. I've got a projector myself for the.
Then we could take the laptop size movie and throw it up onto the screen.
Right. Yeah.
Roger.
That's what we were going to try to do. That's what we were going to try to do with Mike Gino's historic videos from winter camp.
Man.
From the late 90s. He has video from the 90s of winter camp.
That would have been beautiful.
The talent show. And last year they were trying to watch it on a laptop screen, which was very difficult. And but that fell through because, he's ill. So anyway, but yeah, we were planning on making getting a screen and a
descriptive
and a projector, It's just kind of a matter of I don't know if you can get if for a descriptive movie, if you have to stream that, or if are they available somehow, like rentals or something like that?
Oh yeah, you can get those. You can purchase those. It depends, you either get some newer movies,
right?
Because either at the library, they have, descriptive, movies. Okay, so you can check with the library.
Roger.
Yep.
Yeah, we can. This is Nick. We can stream that through that. I have two projectors actually.
Well, you don't have to bring them because we've got them. So that's a lot to carry. That's a lot of extra stuff to carry. So
that's one extra case.
Plus, we have a screen.
If we can stream it, that's great.
We can't really stream it. We need something that is on the laptop. We need hard material.
You can download it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus.
Yep. If you can do all that, then.
Yeah, Nick is tech savvy. He has a screen too that we can bring because next year.
Don't worry about a screen. I mean, they've got screens out there. So
yeah, because you can get the descriptive.
Stuff. So
you don't have to worry about the movie.
But anyway, let's. Why don't we move on a little bit? There's a couple more things I wanted to try to get to.
Okay.
One of the things that so we had a small number of people that took advantage of the craft room this time. And so that was a question that was brought up by the folks who were doing the craft. That was Anita Hoyt and Kelly Luby.
I left my stuff up there.
And I think Andrea Ordway was in there, and I'm not sure who else might have been, but it wasn't very high participation. Now, granted, we had a lot of things going on. So where we did have a lot of participation was in the cafeteria. Of course, bingo, and cane repair and those sorts of things, and outside stuff going on. But the blanket tying, which was a service project for the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, that was pretty well attended. So the question that I was asked was, are you guys interested in crafts, doing a craft, or would and then Kathy brought up, well, why don't we put the craft room in the blanket room, and so you can kind of go back and forth, and we could put these things anywhere, really.
Okay.
And then the other question that came up in our meeting was, would people like to have a craft that they could take home with them? So if we had like a craft kit of some sort, and we did this a couple of years ago with when we did virtual camp, we put together a kind of a garland that had beads and string beads and cloth strips that we kind of tied, and you could put this on your Christmas tree or around the window. And those were all sent out as kits to people. And so we actually did them at home. People did them at home.
Oh, okay.
And so that's kind of a question of, there's so many things to do at camp. And we keep trying to think of more things to do, and so eventually things get edged out, And so that was sort of a question that I was asked to field with you guys, was how important is it to do crafts? And if we didn't want to take the time to do it at camp, would a take-home kit be a better option?
Well, I like craft, but bingo. I think bingo knocks out a lot of bingo knocks out a lot of those people that like to sit up there and do more bingo. So I think when you suggested that it be in the with the tie, blankets, that may be great.
Well,
both of them to be together.
My phone 2 has joined the meeting alert.
We certainly don't want anybody to get bored,
Yeah, because I myself personally love the craft. I end up leaving my stuff up there. I'm mad. No, but I enjoy the craft every year. That's why I participate with the craft class.
Okay, so Tanya's a craft.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Usually, this is David. I like doing the tie blankets, but usually I don't end up doing the other craft because of all the other activities that there are to do, and so usually I just decide not to do it because there's not time to do everything.
Right.
But I would say the tie-dye blankets, I enjoyed doing that.
Okay.
Haley? Suggestion is maybe instead of putting crafts during bingo time, maybe make that one of the evening things, one of the rooms, so more people at the end of the night that don't want to go to just unwind by doing a craft.
Yeah, that might be. That sounds like a good idea. Absolutely. Instead of the time of bingo. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Because if bingo going on, most likely they're not gonna participate with the craft. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Right.
Because I've been there, every year. So maybe, like you said, in the evening, that sounds great.
And can the craft include some teaching?
Well,
so, like
usually,
if I want to learn how to knit or crochet or something like that.
I don't know why not.
Really?
Well, I mean, that's a different thing. Usually the crafts are more like handcraft, handiwork, like stringing beads and sticking things on. And so maybe, maybe there needs to be a subcommittee on crafts.
Also, there's a modeling clay, different letters. I have letters in my bag at home. We can do print letters. That's for those who are interested in learning Braille and learn it through print.
Oh. Well, like I said, the craft people, they got, it's nice in what they're doing. It's just like they said, they just don't have the participation. It's not that they don't have beautiful stuff for you to do.
Right.
They have nice stuff to, that you do as far for craft. But like I said, with bingo going on at the same time, that's where the problems come in.
Sure.
Right.
That's the biggest problem.
Well, it's and Pearl just got back from a cruise, and she could probably attest that there's probably more things to do than you could ever choose.
Yes.
Absolutely.
so,
Lots to pick from. Yes.
When I went on
I
a
know.
cruise, I got kind of stressed out actually because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So
I know that's right.
anyway,
Well,
that's
you asked about needlepoint and things like that. So what I was saying is that it's in a different category than your
Then
usual string of
craft.
beads.
Sam Rao has
Mhm.
We
left
would
the
need
meeting
someone
alert.
specific who knows how to do it and can bring the tools. So maybe Roger can put together a little survey, or you guys can chime in, send Roger a note offline with all your craft ideas, and
Okay.
maybe we can put that into a survey of some sort or pass that along to whoever's doing crafts next year.
I know
I'd
that there are.
definitely be a student.
I know that there are
That's
people
great.
who do that constantly, and I think one of our campers, Donna Posant, has a knitting bag with her all the time. I think
Mm-hmm.
Haley, you guys might be able to verify that, but it seems like when I saw her
Yes.
at the Michigan Ski for Light,
She probably did.
she was sitting around, she was knitting, or doing something. So
Yes,
crochet.
Donna would love. Donna is actually, just so everybody knows, Donna Posant does the birding stuff. But
Do the work.
also, maybe as a craft, Donna had suggested, she's not on, is maybe we could make a craft for outside for the birds, like,
Oh.
and do that to kind of do, and then take it out to our birds. But then also, Donna,
You now
she
unmuted.
loves to crochet and knit, and I'm pretty sure she would love to help teach and do that because Donna is totally blind.
Okay.
So she has no sight. So she is a really good teacher on that. So yes, Roger.
yeah.
But like they
You know-
said, that's two different things. Like he said, the craft and then doing that, So we craft where you're actually making, So I like that. Both of them, both ideas is great.
Interesting that you bring that up, Haley, because actually one of the crafts was like it was a little bird feeder that.
Oh yes, it sure did. And I think that's what
where
I
they-
left. That's why I'm mad.
where
Yeah,
they
be
had little squares. They had little
Yes.
squares of paper, and they put
It was beautiful.
like sun butter on it, and then
That's
sprinkled
right,
bird
Roger.
seed, and then attached a clothespin so that they could be hung up in the trees.
Right.
Yeah,
Either
I
it's a
know
tree or
another
a branch
one,
or something.
too.
Yes, it was. You're exactly right.
Yeah, and another thing too is we could make like a craft on Friday to take out for Saturday for the birds. So maybe just do
Ooh.
thing, maybe do that Friday evening as an unwind in the evening also
Yeah.
to take out like, peanut butter with the bird seed, just other things like that. And I'm sure Donna would love that. That'd tickle her pink.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, you could have the music going in the background. And
Yes,
doing
indeed.
crafts over on the side.
Have my music going.
So okay, so another one is a little more serious. It's about congestion in the hallway.
Oh yes. Ugh.
And so that was, and we actually had one person fall who's on the call with us
Yes.
today. Jim Phelan. He tripped over a cane.
Yes.
And so one of the suggestions from Ronnie was that if we were able to direct people to follow the wall, like say on the right-hand side going down to the big room,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the left, well, depending on which way you're looking, but on the wall side going back to one side or the other. Okay, so like how we walk on a street, have those who are visually challenged using canes try to follow the wall as closely as possible, and then leave the center aisle kind of open for those who are sighted so they can kind of pass through as they need to. And then the other problem being there's a couple of things. A lot of people tend to gather around the desk.
Yes.
And so, and then an additional, a little bit of a complication was the snacks. Gwen kind of had her snacks set up right by the water fountain.
Yes, she did.
And so that kind of created a blockade there, a congestion point. So anyway, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that was one of the things that was brought up as a safety concern really about camp was how do we, especially as we have more people,
right.
how do we make sure that everybody's safe?
Haley, I can kind of touch on all of those to kind of maybe mingle, put them all into one. It's just a kindly gesture is we make sure from here on out that the snack lady, she goes in the big room, she has a corner, so it's safe that way. And just kindly remind everybody that, hey, let's not linger in, the fireplace room is right there. Awesome. But if you're going to stand up, you need to stand on the inside of the couches versus the outside to keep that for safety.
But but before Haiti, I've been going years ago, but this is somebody new, whatever. A person by name of Michelle. Michelle never was there. She was actually inside the way, so it wasn't blocked, because that is a block. She did. I was surprised that she was allowed to sit there to sell her stuff, because yes, people gonna come and stuff like that, and that was just bad because she's sitting there as well as her customers coming to her. So nobody didn't have an opening or whatever. But normally they don't normally, Michelle never was right there. She, be in there because that made sense, because people was traveling just a narrow hall, stuff like that.
And the leader dogs, I noticed that was one of the big frustrations for the leader dogs. The dogs themselves is the dogs can't pass each other because everybody is standing around. And maybe that's something as a benefit for next year is let the sighted know also, all of our helpers, like the associates and stuff, if you see somebody just standing there lingering, trying to chit chat, just say, hey, can you kindly please come this way, follow me, let's get out of the way, and maybe control that a little bit better. And if one of us blind people sees somebody, just hears them chit chat and just say, hey, come this way please, we got to keep that aisle free for courtesy for everybody, not just for us blind people, the dogs, but also the sighted,
for everyone.
So
this happens at so many events and class hallways and everything else, and when someone sees someone they know, they just instantly stop talking. They don't say, oh, hey, I haven't seen you forever, let's go to the big room and talk. It's just not natural. It's gonna be a hurdle.
Well, I think that probably because most of the issue really, I mean, not that it doesn't happen on Friday, but as people are getting in, certainly at dinner time, we can talk about that, with everybody.
Right.
Just go through some of those points. The other thing that was suggested, and I don't know if this could happen, but it was suggested that we get handrails installed, even temporary ones, along the hallway, so that people kind of had something to be guided by.
Those take up room.
Yeah.
Takes up room.
And that's why you're supposed to have your cane. That's why your cane is your eye, that rail is gonna take up a lot. And like Kathy said, it's gonna take up some more. We don't have that much. You don't have that much room anyway.
Right. Part of the issue was, I think, that the camper was going down the middle. The camper was going down the middle of the hallway and essentially swinging, just to, as you normally do, is you normally use your cane.
I see what you're saying, Martin. Yeah.
But and so that was kind of the issue. And
something that Nick and I did for our wedding was got the twine and mark it out and put duct tape over it or some kind of tape for an indication as an alleyway. That takes up no space whatsoever. And then our canes can feel also, okay, we're in the middle of the hallway, so we just got to keep going. And so we could also do that as a suggestion too, is put it on the floor for our canes to feel. So if somebody newly with a cane, or even your foot, if you have a leader dog, you could just swipe your foot and, I feel the twine on the floor as a guidance. Because we did that for our dance floor. We just made a big square with that for all of my blind friends and family.
You had a big room. You had this just a small,
So this would, what I'm gathering, Haley, that you're talking about is making like a lane, marking out a lane on either side of the hallway with duct tape.
Well, like, for example,
that'd be kind of hard.
From the kitchen all the way to the bingo room, you just have a left side and a right side, and you just put it on the, furthest parts to be able to feel that, okay, now I'm in the aisle,
Yeah.
Mm,
you know, as a landmark also. And then you just
maybe
separate,
just a center line.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
I can't see you
Yeah.
putting on. Yeah, because that
yeah.
becomes too cluttered.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
See you? Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, the
like,
different navigational methods and
Yeah.
different sizes of people and
That's
needs
right.
and stuff.
Absolutely.
I could
Yes.
see a center line, but lanes, there's just not enough room.
Right. You're absolutely right. A center, like like Roger said, like when when we get there, just when he's giving his talk or whatever, just talk to the people. Remember that hey, you just can't stand there in the hey, keep on moving, and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
I think that because when you say it makes sense, yes, but you just dealing with a small section, and that's where the problem is at. And like the Kathy said, you got people of different size, different things. That we clutter, people just stopping.
Maybe just a concerted effort for everyone to encourage people to move along.
Absolutely, I think so. I think that what you're saying, right? Just when you see it, the ones that can, remember, you cannot just stand, sit, stand there.
Keep on moving.
As far as markers, the walls are there's walls on both sides. We can simply use the wall to go down to the bingo room or the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going towards the dining room, we got the drinking fountain and the coffee pots. But going down to the bingo room, we could simply use the walls and encourage people to follow those to the bingo room.
Well, we got. I think the center line is a good idea, though. If duct tape is something that your canes, can sense,
they may not all do that.
I don't know.
Without
since
being
I don't
a
use a
trip
cane,
hazard.
I can't quite.
You see what I'm
imagine
saying, right?
but,
that may be a hazard. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the duct tape is going to be not a hazard necessarily, but if you had
the cane, that's far for
you wouldn't want to rope down the
balls.
No.
I feel like it gets a little more congested when it gets, for me, when it gets closer to the meal times.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing was, would it be better to have people wait in the big room for, like when it's, because it really gets crowded out in that lot, in that area, by the fireplace. Would it be better to maybe assemble back in the big room and then, just shortly before things open up to have everybody form a line and just kind of come in,
That'd be easier.
Yeah.
That's what we do at Skew for Light is everybody just lines up and then everybody files into the kitchen together.
Yeah.
That makes, right. Instead of different things. Somebody's in the other place, right, line up.
But we're all adults too. We can't, we got to be mindful of that.
Right. Well, when you got 60 people, when you got almost 60 people out in that,
everybody might not have the
lounge area.
That's what you're saying. That's right.
Hey,
that's
Roger, we're at 2:15 right now.
Okay.
Do you have more topics on your list?
Yes.
Okay.
So, some good ideas on the congestion. We had a couple of things. Well, I asked about the outside ropes. I know that, that Kevin talked to me about the outside rope that he wound up in the women's dorm, which is what happened to Shar last year.
Oh, and I did that 2 years ago.
What more do we need to do with those ropes outside? I know some people really like it. Some people don't like it. We've tried to make it so it was a little easier, but that's just us sighted people thinking.
Can you put Braille on them?
Braille got
well,
Braille got nothing to do. But Roger, before I don't know, because I've been coming to the winter camp for some while, and we didn't have a problem. As far for the women, it just seemed that rope, it just seemed to be so loose or whatever. It's not stable, And I know you said people don't know if y'all buying, the right kind of rope or what, And it seemed like it's not, That's the problem that I'm running against. And I got a little saying for me to go to the wrong place. I know it got to be something wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's a long run.
Got a question.
It's 100
Yes,
feet.
actually, I think the rope was a great idea. The only problem is when you walked out of the community building, it was like 7 foot high.
Yeah,
that could be a little lower. I
And
think
then-
a lot of people,
The
including
rope
myself,
is
that was
nice.
missing that. But I
One
personally
thing
think
you
the
can-
rope was a. I
Me
personally
too.
think the rope was a very good idea.
I do
The
too.
one thing you could do to possibly make it a little bit easier is maybe make the rope to the women's cabin, put duct tape or something on it, or make a smooth rope or a different type of rope, and then the men's rope, make that a different rope. So then you know the different ropes and let everybody know that. And show that everybody that, we can pass it around when we
You can
first
always do.
do
You
our
can
meet
always
and
do.
greet.
You can always do electrical shock.
Yeah, there you go.
Exciting.
But it wasn't that. I'm just saying the point is that later on, and I know everybody, we had different heights. Don't get me wrong, or whatever. But like I said, I've been coming there and it looked like the rope was much better, and it wasn't like a lot of playing people. We got a hold of the rope, and they was able to move. But look like now it was. I mean, this past year seemed like it was just lower to me, and I think a lot of people it was lower.
Well, so it is a long run. It's like over 100 feet.
Okay.
And so part of the issue is that it sags. We've got it tied as high as we can get it, pretty much.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Well, it's not. So the post at the end of as you walk out of the doors, we had one rope going out to a post, and then from the post it went to either dorm. Okay. And so one suggestion is to put like some caution tape on one of them, so you can feel that caution tape, and know that you've got one rope or the other. You know which one is which. The other thing I'm just thinking of is because it is so long and it sags, that we could maybe put a post somewhere in the middle, like a little stand, and have the rope strung through that, so at least it holds it up off the ground somewhat, and it's not quite so low. Stanchion.
Yeah.
Roger.
Kevin has his hand up.
Go ahead,
Kevin.
Oh, I was just thinking, keep it simple. Just tie a bandana at the front end and, by the lodge, and one end by where the bunkhouse was, and then maybe a couple in the center just for, like, say, the women's, a bandana on there. That's simple. You can buy a pack of those for $10 and be done with it. You don't have to worry about all the other stuff.
Well, I don't think it was
pantyhose versus gym socks.
It's sagging.
Gym socks.
What?
It's pantyhose versus gym socks. Because it has to be texture. It's not visual, it's texture.
We don't all wear pantyhose.
And we all don't wear socks too.
Okay.
Kevin, did you mean to put your hand back up?
No, I thought I was putting it down. I didn't do that on purpose.
Usually when we call on someone, I put it down. So go ahead and put it back down.
Okay. Then another thing. Okay, so we had a question about the dining room congestion, and so a suggestion was made, and this again is from Leader Dog experience, that everybody now. So what happens is, we come in and everybody kind of goes to a table. Now, do you all normally go to the same table, or do you kind of just go wherever?
Normally go to the same table.
I go most of the time. I go to the same.
Most of my time, I do.
I go to a different table.
So here's a thought. So, because that was the question, that was the suggestion was that we have everybody at an assigned table, and then the seating would be variable, but the table itself might be the same for everybody. So maybe the first night when everybody gets there, and then you get your table. And then that would be your table for the rest of the weekend. Does that make any sense at all?
Well, it seemed like we was doing that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was when this was being talked about, that was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, we was doing that. I don't know who came up with that, because we've been doing that since I've been going there. Normally we go to the same table. Normally the same people be at the same table. And,
so do the associates, if they're helping you in, do they know where you're going?
They asked, where do we want to sit at?
They say whether you want to sit. They don't take you back to the same table.
Okay.
Unless you hear that voice and you go, I want to go over there.
Something you could also do is maybe color code the tables. Say, hey, I'm at the pink table. I'm at the blue table, and just have like an indicator for the associates so they can just visually see, okay, you want to go to the blue table, then maybe that might help move along faster.
Well, that or number the tables. We could number the tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe numbers, absolutely, you know, but normally people go back to the same table, you know, not the ones that, like you said, totally blind. Yes, I can understand that they probably would, you know.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Well, that's kind of what I was looking for.
And I like sitting at different tables each time so that I can meet different people.
Yeah.
Well,
I know
okay.
there's that too.
Yeah,
So,
Well, it's not saying that you don't have to, you know.
But when I come in, usually for whatever reason, I always seem to get to mealtime a little bit later after most people are sitting down. And I always say I want to sit near David. And so if they know where he's at, then that's where I go.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I think that you know, if most people are sitting kind of at the same place, unless
Yes.
it's full, you know, then obviously there's room for people to move around to different tables if they
want to,
desire.
right? If they come and say there's an extra seat there, it's there, you know, yeah, you're gonna sit there.
Because like you say, you're all adults. You're all adults.
Absolutely.
So maybe if you assign, you know, 5 people to a table that has a capacity of 6, so there's always a flex chair. Maybe
Always
someone
a
meets a new friend and wants to invite him to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Or you just say, hey, you know, this is how many, the numbers of tables, say I would like to go to table number 5. Is there any availability? You know, and everybody just kind of do that too for the associates for them to help us. As
Yeah.
we just tell them what table number we would like to go to, or ask them, hey, what table numbers is there a spot open?
Right.
And let them know, hey, I want to go to table 1 instead of table 5 like I've been.
Oh my God.
It does increase the overhead though, and it does, it might stress the associates.
Right, and stuff like that. I think, like you said, majority of the people have, and like you said, that's good. You know, one, like you said, put numbers on it, you know, and if you happen, you know, especially if you come in, if you know blind, like you said, it's one that's talking about, they come in late or whatever. You're not gonna really be saying, okay, then, like first said, like Dave, because you already came in late, you want to come, you know, and get a seat, you know,
right?
Because you're only gonna have so many minutes to eat anyway.
Right.
And just asking for a name
I mean,
doesn't work.
seriously, huh?
Just asking for a name doesn't work because I asked for Gwen.
Absolutely,
They took me to the wrong.
You know, that takes
They took
time
me to the
too,
wrong
you know.
Gwen.
They don't always know who the people are, you know.
Right.
So,
And they knew that there was a Gwen there, but it was not the Gwen I was looking for.
And see, that's another thing.
You did have a couple.
Absolutely, it's a couple of Gwens, a couple of Lindas. You are absolutely right.
So it's pretty easy. It's usually easy, except for me, to remember a number. So
yeah, me
like on Friday night,
definitely with me too.
On Friday night, everybody kind of gets there, and you say, "Okay, this is table number 1." So remember table number 1. This is where you're sitting now. If you want to sit here, that's what you asked for.
And what we could do is maybe put a place card like at the restaurants, make like a little stand, and then we can braille the card too. So then somebody that's not sighted could just feel the number and say, hey, wait, just for themselves for doing different things, like, you know, for their own independence.
But you have to realize you make it seem like, you know, we got 2 and 3 hours to eat.
Yeah.
So is the problem just for like the leader dogs, and maybe just assign the table for the people with the leader dogs?
No,
Maybe
when I went on my cruise,
they don't. You know, they're not gonna know.
Yeah, and when I went on my cruise,
right.
we had assigned tables for dinner. When I went on my cruise, we went to the same table every time we went to dinner.
That's normal.
I think just setting a number on the table and asking people to specify to go back to the same number would probably help. People know what the table number is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we said. Because like I said, majority of the people, they go right back to the same. It's rarely that people go into other different tables. They do or whatever. But the majority of the people go right back to the same table. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what like a simple solution to me.
Roger, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, you said hard out at 2:30, so I'm watching it for you.
I've got a little bit of leeway, but anyway, I think I'm about done with my list. Although I was going to ask, one of the things that I learned from the Michigan Ski for Light is that they have a nice electronic registration situation. And we have been using a paper application and just people started using the Word version of our application to fill in. Would a full electronic electronic registration and pay system be of interest to people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as there's no fee.
That you took the word. That's right.
Well,
Other than that, I was send it by the pay.
you could still send a check or a money order. I mean, we would keep that. We would keep that. But if you didn't want to do that,
That'd be great, Roger.
We've kind of done that. We've kind of done that more recently with Venmo and PayPal. There is a fee, and it seems to be different for different things. So we can look at that and
That's another
figure out
option.
which one actually has. I mean, they all have some sort of fee,
They do,
but some are different than others. Credit card seems
We
to be
use the electronic sign up for volunteers, and we end up getting about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 participants out of the 24 volunteers.
Okay.
Because they're just used to sending you a note or used to calling you.
Right.
But we could set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have the option is nice.
Okay. Right.
I think that Jesse, the Clear Lake Virtual Lions have a website. They've got a real website. And and I think Jesse has offered to run something like that through their website.
Okay.
So anyway, I mean, I just wanted to kind of get an idea because I think that's something that would be helpful, and it would probably save us some time and energy, and some ease of tracking and that sort of thing. So,
Usually I need help to fill out the paper copy of the registration.
Say that again, David.
Usually I need some assistance to fill out the paper copy.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's like with a piece of. I mean, Donna Posant, when she was signing up for camp, she calls me and she goes, "Well, I got this piece of paper. What am I supposed to do with it?"
Paper airplanes.
And so it's kind of like, okay, we've done this for years, and so yes, we need to think about. Oh my gosh, people are way more technical savvy than
we think.
Yeah.
If it was a fillable PDF, that
Right.
would also be a step better than the paper.
Right.
Yes.
So
Roger,
like you said,
things.
Another option. Yeah.
Okay.
And Roger and I were working on this last year a little bit with the PDFs.
Yeah.
But the reason why he's bringing up the registration electronic because he had a chance to actually do our Michigan Ski for Light registration.
It came out nice, huh?
It's all run through WordPress, and then on the back side, which I manage, it actually downloads into an Excel spreadsheet. So then Roger or whoever's doing registration wouldn't have to put all the stuff in by hand. They literally could, it just populates. It's so much easier.
And it's all screen reader accessible that way then, so you can independently do it by yourself. You don't need a sighted person to help you fill out the paper.
Right.
Yes.
It makes total sense.
Yes. Okay,
do
then that sounds very well. Like you said, the ones that want to mail, that's great. Sounds great.
You're gonna have to have the appropriate Adobe abilities too to do that.
Right.
Fill in form.
Well, if
And
you
that's
do
where a website would be easier because then all
Right.
you need is the web form.
Right.
you don't need the Adobe Acrobat reader to
read. Okay.
talk it. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
That
So
sounds
I'll put
good.
that down
I'm
on
for
my
it.
immediate thing to start looking at for next year.
Okay. I'm for it.
All righty.
I think
You ever
Okay.
get those cats that want to be pet and then they scratch you when they're done?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's dog the same way.
Well, I really appreciate everybody's feedback.
And thank
today.
you, Roger.
And I'm really pleased to get your ideas and just get your thoughts on things. And I thought it was a really great camp. I really enjoyed it. I was so happy that we had so many new campers this year, and that they had a good experience. So we just want to try to keep making it better.
And can I add one thing right quick?
Sure.
For the new campus, maybe next year, can you have the new campuses stand up and introduce themselves?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take a little longer time at dinner to do that.
No,
maybe-
that's what you do in the holding room.
That's right.
Oh,
Down there in the big room, the holding room before dinner.
There you go,
Okay.
Kathy.
so so maybe we have people gather at 5:30.
And then that'd be great. Oh,
And then,
Roger, where I was upset at is that, I was looking for you and Dorothy. You make my name, to dance, to social. I was very upset, very, very upset that you did not fulfill that, I wanted my picture. I was almost in tears.
Tanya, that makes me feel good.
Oh,
but I'm
yes.
sorry that you had to.
Yes,
had to endure
because I
that.
loved when y'all started. I'll be looking forward for it, really, seriously.
Well, we'll do that.
But I know
we'll
it's
make
something
sure
else
that we do
came
that
up.
next year.
Okay, now I'll be looking for it. Okay,
We'll make sure that we don't end up going someplace else. So
okay.
No, no, Roger, I have
Thank
a
you.
suggestion I want to address.
Sure.
And I don't know how to raise my hand on the phone.
Okay.
That's okay.
I couldn't find a link for that. So this is Renee Nicholson, and well, you might know because I told Dorothy about it, but I had a situation with the bed assignments, and I want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, that was my fault, and I will tell you what happened on that.
It was very surprising when I went about 11:30 at night back to the women's dorm, and I went straight to the bunk that I was told was mine, where all my stuff was, and somebody else was sleeping in it, snoring, covered with the blanket that I brought from home.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Oh, wow.
That was a beautiful one, Renee.
I know.
I remember you telling me about that, Renee.
Yeah,
Well,
I told
things
lots
happen.
of people, and I told them it reminds me of Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, we had a problem. So I will tell you real quickly, because we had so many people, I had actually made out a chart of where everybody should be. And unfortunately, we have a large chart, and I had failed to take the other names off that were on it from last year. And so some of the folks were directing people to beds that weren't actually the ones that I had intended for them to be in. So that screwed things up, and I own that. Okay. I take total ownership of that. Apologize. Now, it would seem like that the person that was sleeping in your bed would have been, maybe they went to the wrong bunk. I don't know. But there's always,
It makes a good story.
It's two possibilities,
Having a way to identify and make sure everybody understands where their bunk is probably a good point, and how to find your way back to it when you go to bed. Kathy?
If you could get with someone who can do Braille ahead of time and put name tags on the ends of the bunks, forget the wall chart, forget the piece of paper, those are good.
So you say your name?
Yeah, right there. Put the names on the ends of the bunk.
Yeah.
What if we had Braille numbers?
Or just a number? Yeah.
How about a
Put
Braille
the number on there?
On the end.
Because everybody don't read Braille, Kathy.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even do it in Braille since everyone doesn't read Braille, but you could buy raised numbers.
Yes.
And stick them on the bed. You have to fill it.
Now that's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
If we're learning Braille or trying to learn our Braille more, wouldn't it be more applicable to put it in print and Braille?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You got a valid point, Miss Sheila.
Yeah, we could do both.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was, we should do both.
Yes.
Well, we could do that. I mean, that's something we can work on for next year for sure. We can get those made up.
I was
and just have
completely, I was, well, surprised isn't even the right word. I was shocked because when I came to camp on Friday and I registered and I asked the show if she had to show me where my bed is so I could make the bed and get settled in. And she did, and I had her ask an adult and, get it confirmed that I was on the bottom. She did that, we made the bed, put my stuff down. That evening when I come to go lay down and take my shower, get ready for bed, and there's somebody sleeping in my bed. And if Sheila didn't tell me that, I would have sat on the person.
But
I didn't expect them to be there.
But I don't think nobody intentionally did that. I don't think nobody intentionally meant to do that. Sometimes might have been tired and just, just got in the bed. That's all.
Yeah.
Seems intentional to me because they didn't even make the bed up themselves. Everybody else had to make up the bed themselves. That person just got in the bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you
So
know,
where did you sleep?
They could have thought it was a freebie.
Well, I asked Peggy about it, like, because I had to go down a few steps, and I got her, and I showed her where my bunk was. She's like, "This isn't even yours," and I'm like, "Well, this is what was told to me was mine."
Oh, so
my
that was
bunk
yours,
was actually
Renee, huh?
like 4 bunks down.
Was it available?
Yeah.
Did you steal your blankets back?
I did finally get them. Yes.
I guess they was warm blankets. I wouldn't have got up either. I would have laid there.
Oh, so why would they give them up to women?
Now unmuted.
That's right.
And
Well,
especially that first night because it was freezing
she was
cold.
snoring. I wasn't gonna wake her up.
That's right.
I don't even know who she was, but
Yeah, that first night you wouldn't have gotten your blanket back.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have gave it back either because the first night you absolutely.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Roger, Kathy, can you guys please make a big note? It does not cost hard next to nothing. We could even do a fundraiser for this of shaving your beard in the beginning of the call. That if some people weren't on, it's a fundraiser. Is the women's cabin? We should get a few heaters because that was way too rough.
They promised us they were going to have the heat on ahead of time.
Yeah,
well, I guess they do that every year. Then
the heat was on. What I did find, Kathy, and you'll appreciate this, I during the day on Saturday, I went in and essentially closed. The windows weren't really open, but they weren't sealed shut
like they normally are.
So, like I think I was able to push everyone a little bit in just and lock it, you know, and they said it was a lot warmer the next. It was better
it was.
the next night.
Yeah,
it was.
And then there's that door, and then maybe it was Haley told me that there's the door that goes up to the back wing. Close that door, and it was better. And I don't know if that was for the back wing or for the bottom, but
okay then.
Anyway, the top is never really a big problem, but the crow's nest, as we call it. So anyway, so yes, we'll look into the electric heater thing.
Yes.
At least, I don't know what their policy is on stuff like that. Sometimes they might consider that a fire hazard.
Well, maybe
circuits and all that stuff.
A suggestion is whoever gets there first, maybe go around to all the cabins and do the windows in the men's and women's to make sure the heat is working before the campers even start showing up. So you guys can approach that so then we're not all freezing because like poor Sheila, we had a big adventure and she was freezing and so was I because we were upstairs and we could have caught cold from having that. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
I will tell you the reason they had the windows open. They had
cleaning.
Those who had sight, they had put some sort of chemical on the floors.
Yeah, I smelled it in the men's.
Really?
Those floors probably haven't been like cleaned
since
for many years, and so you can almost. I mean, it was kind of like it was hard to believe the actual color of the floor, which is kind of a whitish beige kind of color, that you could actually see that, you know. And so I was over there one day when they were working on it, and it was like, you know, it was terrible.
The smell of it.
They stripped and
I'm sure they were airing those things out, and they just didn't bother to just
close the windows.
I respect that they did that for us, but maybe one of your guys' Lions or somebody needs to do that as soon as they get there before all the campers show up as a mindfulness thing.
I nominate Haley to be the window closer next year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, since you know, let her do it. Right, absolutely.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that.
You know,
you have been elected.
That's fine because I kept pushing Roger. Hey, Roger, it's awfully cold, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll get to it." I said, "No, please, we got to do it now so it's not warming up."
Yeah, Roger has too many things to do on move-in day. He's got to delegate.
Yeah, they go to Roger for everything.
I got a list. I got a list now. So anyway,
that's what I said. Delegated to
you're
somebody else.
He's got a door manager.
Well, just a quick reference for you guys. I was talking with the maintenance guy that handles the maintenance in the boilers. Is unfortunately in the men's dorm, and it travels underground, so you do lose heat through the pipes, even though they're wrapped.
Women don't even have their own heater?
No,
Nope.
it's a central boiler.
Okay.
That's
What?
part of the problem then.
That's why the men's
Yes.
dorm is quite warm, actually. So
Okay, then well, you
That's
know what
why
we're gonna do? We're gonna switch next time. Next
switch.
year we're gonna go over there.
Yeah.
And y'all go over the mill. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why I suggested the
That's
electric
what we're
heaters.
doing. Okay.
Is because the electric heaters, if it gets even, say for example, we get up there and there's a blizzard, we can have those heaters on hand and plug them in to help with that. Because even the bathroom, nobody wanted to take a shower or even sit on the toilet because it was so frigid cold.
I hear you.
I watch
I hear
circuits
you.
for amperage.
Something for mindfulness to be able
Oh,
to
yeah.
ask the camp time too.
Roger, it's 2:41. I don't know if you
Okay.
have.
I do need to get going.
Okay, Roger, it was good. It was good.
I
Good
appreciate
talking to you.
everybody coming in today. And Kathy, you've got now how do we do this? Do you make me the host
Nope.
again now?
I just have to stop the recording, which I will do right now.
It's on the cloud, right?
Yep.
Going to the cloud. Right?
It'll go to your cloud.